Snappy Open. Welcome in. John Morris Show on a Tuesday. Glad you're with us. Brought to you every day of the week by the Brazos Landing and by Alliance Bank Central Texas. We appreciate your being here today. Let me tell you, beautiful weather in Central Texas. Garrett, how about today? It's 51 degrees right now, sunny.
Perfect.
Headed to 72 and sunny in Central Texas.
It's nice. I wish this would be consistent on the weekends because we have nice weeks. And I get to the weekend, it starts raining, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain this weekend.
I know, but we're going to soak it up right now. That's all we can do.
Enjoy it while we've got it. It'll be hitting 100 here before you know it. But beautiful weather. Go out and enjoy that if you can. Appreciate you being with us. Glenn Moore will join us, bottom of the hour, Baylor softball coach. I did softball last night. Baylor lost to Lamar 10-8 in 9 innings. A lot of twists and turns in that game. Baylor had a 5-run sixth to tie the game. To take the lead 8-7, only to get the first 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning, out away from a victory, and a girl hits a home run. Roxy Thompson hits a home run for Lamar, ties the game at 8, and then Lamar wins it in extras 10-8. So we'll talk about that, the season as a whole. A busy week for Baylor softball, 5 games this week, including the one last night. They'll play at UT Arlington tomorrow, and then off to Kansas to play KU, a 3-game series this weekend. But tough loss last night, coming on the heels of dropping 2 of 3 to Houston over the weekend. So we'll get the inside info and all the info from Glenn Moore coming up in just a few minutes. Baylor baseball is in action this evening. They play in Arlington against UTA. It's a 6 p.m. first pitch. It's on the Baylor Sports Media Network for the radio broadcast tonight. Not sure about TV. I don't think there is TV from Arlington this evening. All right, the Michigan Wolverines had their one shining moment last night. Michigan, a team that really has been maybe the top team all season, certainly one of the top 2 or 3 teams all season. They proved it and won over UConn in the championship game at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis last night. 69-63 was the final score. Really low scoring for Michigan. They had been over 90 points in, I think, 4 or 5 of their NCAA tournament games. But in the championship, they led by 11 late in the second half. UConn got it to 4 in the final 30 seconds or so, and that's as close as they could get. And Michigan wins it, 69-63, the final score. The first since numbers on that. It's the first national title for Michigan in basketball since 1989. I remember that one. I remember that team in 89. It's the first national championship in men's basketball for the Big Ten since Michigan State in 2000. So that's a number that's been batted around quite a bit. Big Ten, Big Ten, Big Ten. They haven't got a national championship. Well, now they do. And the Big Ten is sort of rolling right now. Think about it. Indiana won a national championship in football. UCLA, which is Big Ten, they won the women's basketball national championship, and now Michigan wins the men's championship.
Yeah, it's they got the funding. They have everything going for them right now. The SEC has been surpassed, but like hands down by what the Big Ten is doing right now. And also, this isn't popular, but Michigan's in the Frozen Four. They have an opportunity to win the national championship there, so you can have another national championship for the Big Ten and the Wolverines. So interesting season.
Yeah. Okay, the Frozen Four is this weekend coming up. And I know that because it's at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, where we just were. Yeah. I saw ads for it around the arena. Awesome. So the Frozen Four, if you don't know, is the hockey Final Four for college. So Michigan could win that also.
They could also win that. So there's another feather in the cap of the Wolverines in the Big Ten possibly awaiting.
Well, and then baseball and softball are out there, and I think UCLA
exactly in baseball.
They may be number one in baseball. Oh gosh, no! Could they sweep all those major championships?
That would be insane.
Wow, man. Well, they are on. The Big Ten are on a pretty good roll right now. Dusty May is the second-year head coach at Michigan, so he has done a terrific job. Formerly at Florida Atlantic. Took them to the Final Four in his last year at FAU. And, our man John Jacobs is who followed Dusty May at FAU. John Jacobs, former longtime Baylor assistant. So here is Dusty May following the championship last night. He's got a lot of people to thank, and it includes his team last year, and it includes FAU. Here is Dusty May, the Michigan head coach.
All season with this group. I want to begin by thanking last year's team. At Michigan, we came up a little bit short, but those guys laid the foundation, established an identity for us, and also helped attract these guys to come in and chase this dream together. And secondly, I want to thank our FAU guys, the team and staff that really, this is one time I'm making it about me, that really helped us grow together. And that was the first time I'd been with a group that was truly sacrificial, where we were about each other. And because of that, we all improved so much. And this team's done the same thing. It's when you bring a group this talented together and they decide from the beginning that they're going to do it this way, and they never waver and they never change. That's probably the most uncommon thing in athletics now. And it's a tribute to their character, but also those in their circles around them, their coaches, their parents, their mentors. They allowed these guys to give themselves up for the group, and it's never guaranteed, but for these guys to cut down the nets after all they sacrifice is pretty special.
Very good. Very well said by Dusty May. Very gracious with the win there. And I think that comes partly from his path, his journey. You've seen maybe this week pictures that popped up when he was a student and going to the Final Four this week, trying to stalk coaches and get a job. He wanted to be he got the job as equipment manager at Indiana when Bob Knight was there. Who wants that job? Who wants to be Bob Knight's equipment manager? But he did, and that was his entree there. And I think about our guys at Baylor, the equipment guys, the managers, the GAs, the trainers. I think about them and how hard they work. But that's the starting point. That's kind of the foundation. If you want to be a coach, if you want to end up starring in one shining moment, you start there, you keep moving your way up. Sometimes you get attached to a coach that you work for. That coach may take another job, maybe takes you with him, and you get elevated in the position. Think about that. So to think about Dusty May and his route and his path that got him to the podium, accepting the national championship trophy last night, it's pretty cool. It's really cool to see. Nothing was handed to him.
No.
He started from nothing, from ground zero, and just built and moved, and look where he is now.
No, and that's the proper way to do it. He's got the right mindset, the right work ethic. I think he's a guy where his personality transcends the team. You want to go and play for him. Yeah. But no, it's been really remarkable to see him do it. And also the staff he put together. I think he did a really good job putting a staff together. When you think of guys like Mike Boynton over there, who to me, I think I didn't like how things ended for him at Oklahoma State, so I'm glad that he's able to go out and get a national championship ring as well. So, no, Dusty May is an incredible story, and I think you're going to see more guys like this as the things progress.
Yeah. Good to mention Mike Boynton, because when he was at Oklahoma State, I liked him.
I love Mike Boynton.
I thought he was a really good coach too, but he didn't get it done there. But there's a former head coach in the Big 12 that's on the bench for Dusty May at Michigan. So fun to watch. The crowd, they said, was like 70-30 Michigan, which you can understand. I mean, the proximity of Indianapolis. And to see the crowd shots, the sky cams that were flying around and showing the crowd, it was so cool to see that stadium completely full. Because, again, I relate it to when Baylor was there 5 years ago, 2021, that same place, Lucas Oil Stadium, and it was not full, couldn't be. They had it curtained off halfway, and it was half full, and it was still still magical moment. It was still Baylor's one shining moment, but I think about what it could have been if the court had been in the center of the field and it had been completely full there at Lucas Oil Stadium. That would have been just so great. So maybe you noticed, pulled out one of the cups from the Final Four that year, and terrific memory, great memory, and now another national championship won in that building, and it was by Michigan over UConn last night. So the Big Ten currently rules the college sports world with another national championship. Not to name drop, but I shot a text to Ward Manuel last night. He's the athletic director at Michigan. Know him slightly, not well. He and I sat together, or side by side, at the National Football Foundation banquet, December of 2024. He won the John Toner Award, which is Athletic Director of the Year, and I somehow was up on stage next to him. But it was a 3-hour and 45-minute banquet. With an intermission in the middle, and so we had a lot of time to talk, and it was great. I mean, he was sitting there, and he knew we were there for a long time. He was very relaxed, and we had a great conversation for 3 hours and 45 minutes. He was on one side, and Jack Ward was on the other side. Jack works for the National Football Foundation. He heads up all of their the honors for the academic side, the champions of academics. And so he was on the other side. So it was great. I was very fortunate to be in a great seat there and be able to visit with those guys. So I say all that to say I shot Ward Manuel text, just said, congratulations. Great memories from Baylor being in that building. Glad you have those similar memories with the championship from last night. All right, that is the national championship in college basketball. So just to recap now, Michigan men's basketball national champs, UCLA women's basketball national champs. Auburn thought they should have been in the NCAA tournament. I think that's a stretch. They beat Tulsa for the NIT championship, and West Virginia beat Oklahoma for the college basketball crown championship. That was in Las Vegas. That was the tournament in which Baylor was participating this year. So there's your basketball champions for the year. And happy portal season that begins today. Why wait, right? Championship 8 hours ago, and portal season is underway. So you'll see and hear and read a lot about players coming and going and moving, where are they going, who's coming in, all of that stuff. The portal officially opens today. It's been open for a while. There have been talks going on.
I don't think it ever closes.
Well, that's true.
Think it
never closes. That is exactly right. That's like recruiting. When's recruiting season?
Always.
Yeah, it never closes. So it's portal season officially beginning today. Glad you're with us on this Tuesday morning. Take a break. Be back with more in just a moment. We are in the TFNB studios on historic Elm Avenue in Waco, and we're brought to you by the Brazos Landing. It's Tuesday. They are back open today, closed on Mondays, now open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch or dinner. They're open at 11 a.m. Until 10 p.m. Remember the $12 lunch specials that they have. What a great menu for that lunch menu, like prime ribeye chicken fried steak, bourbon maple glazed bacon BLT, red beans and rice, and so much more on that $12 lunch menu. They've got an akaushi burger that is really good. They'll throw some sweet potato fries on there. So all of that, if your lips are watering now, your mouth is watering, check it out at the Brazos Landing in Waco, where I-35 and the Brazos River meet. Open today, lunch and dinner, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., thanks to the Brazos Landing. Take a break. Back with more in a moment. John Morris Show on a Tuesday continues.
Hey, it's Zach Gelb. We're talking NFL and college football. Plus, we have some of the biggest interviews in sports media. You got to check out the Zach Gelb Show right here on 365 Sports, weekdays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 to 3 p.m. Central. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/@ZachGelbShow.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answer answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
The reason that their service is outstanding because the people they have working, behind the desk and the folks working out in the garage, taking care of business. And they give you a date, they give you a time, and they're spot on. And they're professional, they take care of it, and they answer all your questions, and they're fun to work with.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Are you looking for top-shelf sports talk about the West Virginia Mountaineers, where you can get objective analysis, but with the passion of a fan? Well, look no further than right here at Couz's Corner. I am Justin Couz Walker, the host of Couz's Corner, and you can find my show on demand over at YouTube. Most shows are uploaded by 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also check out my live post-game reaction shows. My special guest interviews, you can find it all on YouTube at Couz's Corner. Go check it out.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And welcome back, John Morris Show on this Tuesday morning. We don't often have breaking news in the 9 a.m. hour, right? It usually happens later in the day, and I think, okay, we'll get to that tomorrow. This is not big breaking news, but I think it's pretty cool. Garrett brought to my attention, Bears have just sent out a news release from campus and then from athletics. Willie Nelson doing a concert at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. How about that?
That is pretty awesome. I definitely am interested in going to check that one out.
I think so too. I would pay money for that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's pretty good. It's May 14th, outdoor concert. That's a Thursday night. Willie Nelson and Family is how it's being billed. And the release says, for the first time since he attended Baylor University in 1954. Did you know that? Yes, he didn't graduate, but he was there. I think the word is for one semester. Legendary Texas country music singer-songwriter Willie Nelson is coming home to his alma mater Thursday, May 14th, an outdoor Willie Nelson and Family concert, Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. Gates open at 6. Concert begins at 7:30. Here's a good quote from President Linda Livingstone. 72 years after Willie Nelson walked our campus as a Baylor student, I am thrilled this Texas legend will finally take the stage at his alma mater for a once-in-a-lifetime concert event along the banks of the Brazos River. There's long been a rumor that Willie had been banned from campus I've heard that in the past, but we are not aware of any such ban. I look forward to welcoming Willie home to Baylor in Central Texas, along with his family, his fellow Baylor Bears, and the Waco community for a momentous concert event at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. So put it on the calendar, May 14th. Tickets on sale this Thursday, the 9th, for Baylor students and Bear Foundation members first. Another benefit of being a member of the Baylor Bear Foundation. So you get first shot at tickets, students and Bear Foundation members. Tickets go on sale to the general public on Friday morning, April 10th at 10 a.m. So that's the ticket information and the date of the concert, May 14th, Willie Nelson and family at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. I think that's great, and I think an outdoor setting will be really cool.
I would like to just post up on the berm. And
yes,
that's a perfect setting. And I like how they're doing it at the baseball field and doing things differently.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I like that. Really cool. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. But Willie Nelson coming to Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. All right, Glenn Moore joins us next segment. We look forward to that. One other note from last night, acrobatics and tumbling. Number 1 in the nation taking on number 2, Oregon in Eugene late last night. The battle of the titans in the sport of acrobatics and tumbling. And Baylor came out on top. Baylor wins, and they finish an undefeated regular season. Their win streak up a notch. Now 58 or 59 consecutive wins for acrobatics and tumbling. So a perfect regular season. They'll be the number 1 seed headed into the NCATA National Championships in a couple of weeks, hosted by Azusa Pacific in Azusa, California. So congratulations to Coach Fee. Always big when Baylor and Oregon, really the two heavyweights in the sport of acrobatics and tumbling, get together, and Baylor wins again. That's 2 wins this year over Oregon. So fun to see that. We mentioned softball dropping a 10-8 decision in 9 innings to Lamar. We'll talk more about that with Glenn Moore coming up next segment. And baseball in action tonight at UTA. Baseball will play at UTA this evening. It's a 6 p.m. first pitch. Then they're on the road at Cincinnati coming up this weekend. So that's the week ahead for Baylor baseball. Mitch Thompson was on with us yesterday. If you missed that, you can always go back and watch. The show is archived on YouTube, on Facebook, on X. So if you miss any day in particular, you could go back and watch or particular segments that Garrett cuts up very nicely and makes available there. All right, I was talking about our weather and how nice it is. So Bruce Turkowitz, a friend, is in Pittsburgh. He tunes in and texts and says, may snow tonight in Pittsburgh.
Oh, I love Pittsburgh. Like that I would live there in a heartbeat.
Is that right?
Could not do the winters.
Oh,
I found that out really quick this past year.
Gotta be
doing
tough.
the winters up there.
Yeah. Speaking of Pittsburgh, have I told you before? My son and I take a trip every summer to see the Reds play somewhere. So we have been to Washington, D.C., saw that ballpark. We went to Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium, saw them there. And then this past summer went to Wrigley Field in Chicago, which was just fabulous. I'd go back there.
Yeah.
But he and I both looked at the schedule. He said, how about Pittsburgh? And there's a weekend series there in late June. And I've been there once when we played West Virginia in football. The first year they were in the Big 12. It was late September, and the baseball season was still going on. And so the Reds were in Pittsburgh the night before our game, and we actually stayed about halfway between Pittsburgh and Morgantown. So it was 45 minutes, and we said, hey, let's go. Who wants to go to the game? And we did. We drove 45 minutes up to Pittsburgh and saw a no-hitter. It was a no-hitter thrown by the Reds. So that was at PNC Park. So I've been there once. But I told MJ, I said, it is a great setting. You'd love it.
It's that's the most beautiful ballpark to me in Major League Baseball. It's up there with like Citi Field, the San Francisco. There's just a few, but I want to go and watch a game from there. We were in Pittsburgh last year. We were wandering around the campus of Pitt.
Yeah.
They had Forbes Field, like the wall still up.
Yeah,
so I was able to go
that.
and take pictures at Forbes Field. It is an amazing city. I love that place.
That's cool. Well, I think we're going.
You'll
in
enjoy
June,
it.
so that'll be fun. But that is Pittsburgh, where they may have snow tonight. Their weather is not as ideal right now as ours is here in Central Texas. All right, ideal weather conditions last night at Getterman Stadium. It was a beautiful night there. Results from a Baylor perspective, not as ideal. Let's talk about all of that with Glenn Moore, Baylor softball coach, when we come back. We are brought to you by Alliance Bank. Alliance Bank Central Texas, your Central Texas business bank. Congratulations to them. They've been recognized by Forbes 2025 as the best in state banks. Alliance Bank Central Texas values their relationships with their customers and their communities. As such, they have 7 convenient locations around Central Texas to serve you better. That is Alliance Bank Central Texas, on the web at alliancebanktexas.com. Glenn Moore's in the waiting room. We'll bring him in when we come back. John Morris Show on a Tuesday, and we'll be back right after this.
The reason that their service is outstanding is because the people they have working, behind the desk and the folks working out in the garage, taking care of business. And they give you a date, they give you a time, and they're spot on. And they're professional, they take care of it, and they answer all your questions, and they're fun to work with.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And welcome back, John Morris Show on a Tuesday. We appreciate your being with us today, wherever you're tuned in, whenever you might be watching. But folks, join me in welcoming Baylor softball coach Glenn Moore, 26th season at Baylor. G-Mo, good to see you. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. Licking our wounds a little bit, but I'm doing good. Thanks.
Well, I was there last night. Kelly and I did the telecast, but didn't get to see or speak to you. But tough game. I mean, nice comeback to have the 5-run 6th inning and take the lead, but then drop the game in extra innings. Pretty good fight in your team to come back and actually take the lead.
Yeah, and it's been a frustrating 2 weeks, I guess. We've just had rough go ever since the Texas weekend. We've had trouble getting back on our feet and had some bad luck as well. And man, hit some balls right to people over and over. Coach Hoot and I were talking this morning. Never have seen so many balls that balls off the hands that fall in for the other team, and then balls like Leah Cran's last night that just a shot up the middle and don't get anything out of it. So we've had some bad luck and hoping that'll change soon. But it's been a frustrating 2 weeks. But yeah, the girls keep fighting. It's no quit in this team. But we've got to take control of the things that we can. You saw pop-ups drop. We've dropped 4 pop-ups, and that you don't really coach that. Just get out there and hit pop-ups. But I mean, those are things they've done since they were in the 5th grade, and those will come back around. I'm certain of that.
There was one that ended up being pretty costly, kind of a pop, shallow right field, and neither the second baseman or the right fielder came in, and they scored 2 runs on it. I guess those were the 2 runs in the 9th, right?
It was. We came back and we took the lead and tried to push another one across because just wasn't confident that 1 run would hold, and balls hit into the behind second base, as you said, and we've got a kid out there, Samaya Jones, got world-class speed and can easily catch that. Lost it in the lights, then notified the second baseman, who is really too shallow, and now she's got to go back and a ball drops with 2 outs that would have ended the inning, and 2 runs on base and moving with the full count. And so they end up scoring those 2 runs, and we barreled up 2 balls in that last inning, but they went right to people again. So we got some bad luck going on, along with some poor play at the same time. That's a combination of, a formula that doesn't lead to wins.
Yeah, and 38, you've played 38 games now, and you've had 38 different lineups. How has that happened? That's hard to do.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. We've shift some things around, and I didn't realize that we haven't had two consecutive or 2 identical lineups. But right now, we're replacing Katie Dawson with somebody trying to find some power to replace her right now, and I thought Lexi Warnke did a good job coming in, getting her first. I think it was first at bats of the year, but she went 2 for 4 last night and hit 2 balls to the warning track, and then had both were caught, and then she had 2 more hits on top of that. So she showed up last night, and there's some bright spots, but it's just not consistent enough.
And for those who don't know, Lexi Warnicke's one of your pitchers. She actually pitched later in the game, but she was in as the DP in the lineup and did really well. I mean, she hit, like you said, 2 balls to the warning track and had a couple of hits.
She's a powerful hitter and has hit well in high school. We just protect those if we have someone to hit. And I always tell pitchers when they come here and they want to hit, if you can break into our top 12, you'll probably get the hit, But with this year, our lineup was looking really good. We've lost, again, we have an injury-plagued program, and we've lost a couple that have allowed her to move up there, and she really took advantage of it, and you probably see more of her from now on.
One of those injuries happened over the weekend. Tough loss with Carrington Dawson. Do you know, will you get her back, or do you know how long she might be out?
No, she's out. Torn ACL, and leadoff hitter, one of the best hitters in our program year after the last 2 years, and a lot of speed, outfielder, just a great team leader. Huge blow to her, as obviously, but to the program as well. So we're disappointed in that. Somebody else is going to have to step up, and sometimes, John, when that happens, it's an emotional shock to the team. It does set you back a little bit on your heels, and it don't respond right away, although you'd like to be in a position to do that. But she's a big part of our success that we've had this year, and we're going to have to find a way to get above it.
I thought that exact thing last night, and I asked Kelly Harrell, who I was working with, you get an injury like that, and sometimes it just kind of rocks the team, and it takes a little while to adjust. You got to continue, you got to play, you got to continue even without her.
Yeah, and that may be what we're going through. I don't know. We have just we've played poor softball. We've played ugly softball lately, and we played so well for such a long time. But in the same sense, we talked about our youth. We're not young anymore. We got a half season under our belt. But in the same sense, we had won a lot of games, like we almost won last night. But as I told the team, it's a game of percentages, and it's going to haunt you if you keep putting yourself in that position. Well, we've seen that a few times lately. We saw it with Houston in game 1 and the 15-inning game there. We saw it last night. Now the tables have turned and the percentages are coming around not in our favor as they were earlier in the season, and we've got to reverse that somehow.
You've got Brooklyn Carter in the leadoff spot. I think she's pretty good in that spot with her speed. Saw her score on a sacrifice fly from second base last night.
Have you you've seen a lot of softball? Have you ever seen a more dynamic player or base runner than Brooklyn? I give her so much freedom because she thinks at a different level than anyone else I've ever coached on the bases. She just really can time a throw back in. She took a big risk last night, but I give her the freedom to do that. I think she times it to where she thinks they're going to lob it back in at times whenever this one held on to it a little bit, and she took off anyway, but still managed to get in. And I would say, in the 90% range that she makes something happen in a situation like that that's positive. So that's why I don't pull back the reins with her. She can run the bases. I call her a wizard on the bases. She's one of the best I've ever seen, and really fun to watch.
Yeah, really, really fun to watch. A couple of stolen bases in there last night, and kind of not just stolen base per se, but stealing bases, like scoring on that sac fly, and the way she scored on a short sacrifice fly to left field in the first inning. That person wasn't a given. She could score from third.
Yeah, and that's not that uncommon. Whenever you watch her run the bases, everybody that studied the film on her is uptight. The defense is uptight. They're afraid to throw the ball even from catcher back to the pitcher because she may advance. So it makes the whole defense play at a different level, and it opens it up for the next batter when she's on base. And she's going to find a way, if there's a way possible for her. She understands that you don't get rewarded until you get back home, and she's going to find a way to get as close to home as she can. And just again, fun to watch, fun to coach. And if there's one thing I've learned is when you have a player like that, you give them the freedom to play the game because you don't want to hold her back.
Yeah, very fun to watch. Brooklyn Carter now in the leadoff spot for you. You mentioned it. Let's go back to last Thursday, that 15-inning marathon to Houston. Cambry Kreger, 250 pitches on the night. That's wild. But unfortunately, at the end of the night, you guys had a one-run loss to Houston.
Yeah, extremely disappointing in the loss, especially when you spin your pitcher for basically the whole weekend. And that's insane numbers. It really is. Nothing we've ever – I think Kristen Vitek was under 200 when she set the national record that she still holds for strikeouts in 16 innings. And Krieger went 15 innings with 250 pitches. And we made some great defensive plays as well, but she pitched a gem of a game, and it was just – unfortunate that we couldn't push a run across. We had opportunities too, 17 left on base. But, we have a data analysis system there that lets you know the exit speed, the launch angle of the bat, and when balls are hit that should be leaving parks. And we hit 4 balls in that game that measured the distance of a home run, but we had 15, 20-mile-an-hour winds in our face, and the data system doesn't measure wind resistance. So if you can criticize our hitting, but when you barrel up that many balls on normal days in normal parks, you're going to have a lot of runs to show for it. She probably goes 7 innings, but still amazing feat. Why did we keep running her back out there? I'm sure a lot of people want to know that. We tried to pull her on 3 different occasions. I know maybe more, and she wouldn't have it. She wanted the ball. Velocity stayed up there, and she was feeling no pain. So my philosophy is typically is to give the pitcher the ball when they want it that badly, and she wanted it, and she wanted that win. Unfortunately, she didn't get it.
Wow, what an amazing performance, even in a loss by Cambry Kreger. All right, the week ahead, you got to go on the road now. UTA tomorrow. It's a busy week for you. You've played last night. You play tomorrow, then a 3-game series at Kansas this weekend. Got to find a way to win on the road this week.
Yeah, the game last night is not a typical weekday that we'd play. It's usually Tuesday or Wednesday, but Lamar had an opportunity to come up here and play us, and you don't turn that down. And they're a good program. They're having a good season, so thought it was the right thing to do. But it did make for a tough week. We worked out this morning, lifted, and then I'll give them this afternoon off and go up to UTA. We've already played them once this year, and hopefully that'll be a good tune-up for us going into playing a team that's red hot in Kansas, and an opportunity to right the ship, turn things around. So excited about going to Lawrence, and I know it's going to be tough. They have a freshman that's hit 15 or 16 home runs on their team. They just took 2 of 3 from a very good Arizona State team. So we got a work cut out for us.
All right, final thought. Your RPI going in last night was 31, so still very, very positive RPI numbers, if you can keep things going positively.
Yeah, I think our strength of schedule is 24. Our RPI is 31. KPI, another measuring tool, is usually a bit of a variance between the two, and then not in our favor has improved to 31. So they're both the same. In the 30s, you're good, but we've got to reverse it. 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago, John, we were at 17. So we're on a slide right now, and we've got to return back to the team we were. And we know what's in front of us, the opportunity with Kansas, Utah. I think we have Oklahoma State and then Texas Tech have opportunities in front of us. So ball's in our court, and see what we can do with it.
All right, very good. Travel safe this week. Great to visit with you. Good to be out there with your group last night. Thanks, Glenn.
Thank you for all you do, John. Appreciate you.
And thanks very much. Glenn Moore, GMO Baylor softball coach, his 26th year at Baylor. He's won over 1,100 games, sitting at 1104 right now, and would have been 1105 except for a 9-inning loss last night to Lamar. And I say this also, that was a big game for Lamar. When they won it, when the game ended in the 9th inning, and that's extra innings, softball plays 7 normally, but when they won it, the final out, they came storming out of the dugout, like they'd won the Women's College World Series. So that was a sign that they were that was a big game for them to play Baylor and to beat Baylor. Amy Hooks is their head coach. Remember her? She played at the University of Texas, had a great career there. All-American. She was a Big 12 Player of the Year one year, and she's doing a good job in her 8th season as head coach at Lamar. Great to visit with Glenn. They're at UT Arlington tomorrow, at Kansas coming up this weekend. All right, we'll take a break. We'll look ahead. We'll wrap things up. Share some birthdays with you when we come back. John Morris Show brought to you in part by DeCampley's. Italy meets Texas at DeCampley's every day in a warm and authentic experience. Serving lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday and offering off-menu specials every Friday and Saturday. DeCampley's in Waco, serving the best authentic Italian dishes. We'll take a break and be right back from the TFNB studios on historic Elm Avenue in Waco. We'll be right back after this.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
The reason that their service is outstanding because the people they have working, behind the desk and the folks working out in the garage, taking care of business. And they give you a date, they give you a time, and they're spot on. And they're professional, they take care of it, and they answer all your questions, and they're fun to work with.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And welcome back. Final segment, John Morris Show on a Tuesday. Beautiful day in Central Texas. Maybe rain later in the week, but beautiful today. Baylor football's back out for a spring practice this afternoon. I'm going to use that as a reason to be out in the sunshine this afternoon.
Not a bad reason.
It's pretty good. Good day for that. We are brought to you in part by Toe King, thanks to Gary Hoffman. Toe King is here to help the next time you're stuck on the road. Locally owned and family-run business, Toe King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with highly trained operators. Toe King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Toe King the next time you need help. Number is 254-666-5484. 254-666-5484. I've got that in my contacts list because I don't want to be wondering, oh, what's the number for Toe King? When you need them, and you need to have that number handy. So put that in there, 254-666-5484. Toe King came through, I would say for me, but it wasn't really me. We were at an event in downtown Waco, and as I was coming in, a lady was there, and she had a flat tire. And I thought, all right, I'm going to try to help here. So I try to help. And then as we get the car up, the jack up, the jack falls over and it's under the car and there's no way to get it out.
No.
And so I'm thinking, I am no help whatsoever. Who am I going to call? I called Toe King and explained the situation, and they came down and were able to lift the car, put the jack in the right place, and then help fix the tire, and she was on her way. But that was Toe King, and I went by there the next day, and I said, man, can't thank you enough for that. What do I owe you? I'm glad to pay for it. Said, no, nothing at all. Said, just tell people about it. So that's what I'm doing, and that's Toe King, and that's kind of their, that's their MO, that they want to help people in need, and they certainly did that night. That's personal experience that I witnessed, and so Toe King, really, really good at what they do. We're talking to Glenn Moore, follow up on that. So I've got the scorecard here from the game last night that I did, and looking at that, it reminds me, I did the game that he mentioned with Kristen Vitek. It was an NCAA tournament game against North Carolina at Getterman Stadium, 16-inning game. 1-0 Baylor win. It was 2004.
Wow.
Goes 16 innings. Kristen Vitek was the pitcher for Baylor. Sorry, I can't remember the pitcher for North Carolina. But Vitek pitched, I want to say it was 185 pitches, which before this 250 pitch performance last week by Kreger was the most by any Baylor pitcher. But 16 innings, 28 strikeouts. 28 strikeouts, an NCAA record. And I got to do that game. I was broadcasting that game and sat there and did all 16 innings. So good memory there. And that was brought up after Baylor played 15 innings last Thursday, the opening game of the series against Houston, but lost the game 3-2. Kreger had 7 strikeouts in the game, 250 pitches, 15 innings, 7 strikeouts. Vitek, 16 innings, 185 pitches, 28 strikeouts.
That's really impressive.
Which both are impressive. Both really are. But the scorecard reminded me, I had that scorecard and all those strikeouts on there. And the Texas Sports Hall of Fame has that now. So pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I don't have it. The Texas Sports Hall of Fame does. So rightly so after a performance like that by Kristen Vitek. All right, let's share some birthdays with you. I've got it's a short list for me today. It's Ronnie Bowles' birthday here on April the 7th. Happy birthday to Ronnie. Great man here in Central Texas. Coach Ronnie Bowles, some of you may know him. Remember Phil Taylor played lineman for the Bears, defensive lineman, transferred here from Penn State, and big old guy. The coaches always said he had really good feet. He was 350, maybe 360, but he moved really well and had good feet. So today is Phil Taylor's birthday, Melissa Harrell's birthday, a realtor here in Central Texas. And that's all I have on my, there is one more. Hang on. On another list, it is also Melody Hancock's birthday today. Melody and my wife Terry were in school at the same time at Baylor. Good friends to this day. of the Hancocks. And it's Sean Hollister's birthday. Worked with us in football video, then worked for the conference office doing the same thing. I don't think he's there any longer. I don't run into him. But happy birthday to Sean Hollister also. So that's our birthday list for today. If we missed you, I do apologize. We're going to wrap things up and move out of here. Hey, if you're so inclined, subscribe and follow the show. We would appreciate that. There's a subscribe button you can click, and we're available live from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every weekday. That is Central Time. And then available archived as well on YouTube, on Facebook, on X. So that's where you can find us. And you get to hear great Baylor folks like Glenn Moore. Thanks to Coach Moore, who was on with us earlier today during a very busy week. 5 games this week. And you heard him say they already had their team lift this morning. But Coach Moore, who's probably in the middle of that lift, was on with us, and we appreciate him greatly. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines, champions of college basketball, winning that last night. The one final moment montage was terrific following the game last night. Thanks for being with us. Lord willing, we'll be back with you tomorrow in the 9 a.m. hour. Thanks to the Brazos Landing and to Alliance Bank, Central Texas. Have a great day. Get out and enjoy this weather here in Central Texas. We'll see you tomorrow. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampli's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at decamplis.com.
My name is David Maddox, owner of Waco Foundation Repair. I've been in business right at 20 years, incorporated since 2003, and nonstop, very busy business to be in. We stay plenty busy with this good old Central Texas ground that constantly moves and does its thing. If you think you have foundation repair issues, call Waco Foundation Repair today.
The Riesel Fair is back and bigger than ever. Bring the whole family for a day packed with fun, from thrilling rides, delicious food, local vendors, and live music Friday night. Saturday music begins at 2 p.m. Admission is $5 for adults, 2 to 12 years $3, 2 and under are free. Mark your calendar and join us for the Riesel Fair May 7th through 9th. The Riesel Fair, where memories are waiting just for you.
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.